What is up, guys? It's your boy Real Mechanic here. Today we got news for Genesis as well as my opinions on Gear Chronicle as it relates to Chrono Fang Tiger. So let's get into this news and have some fun with it. So first off, guys, they just revealed there's going to be a new SSR pack. This one's going to hold all the weight for Genesis. As you can see, it's going to be all their new support, a couple of their old support, as well as a new Astral Plane and a new Valkyria. I sort of feel bad for all of us who went and tried to put work in getting a high rarity Valkyrion and those markers, but it's not that bad because we got some really good stuff out of it. Speaking of good stuff, we have Origen DD, a Heavenly Light Uranus. He's a grade 3 with Force, 13k power. You know the deal. His skill is, if you have 3 Force markers on Vanguard Circle, Soul Blast up to a total of 5, and when you do, gain an Astral Plane. Second effect, after your Astro Deity has attacked, aka Valkyrion, you may rest 2 Astroport rear guards, and if you do, stand your Astro Deity and he loses -5 drive. Now, this is amazing for Valkyrion because this allows him to be more of a threat. So if you hit them crits during his first drive check, you just add them on Valkyrion and you keep pushing. Now, it might sound weird that they're asking you to rest 2 more grade 3s that are rearguard circles, but let's not worry about that because the new cards coming up help with all of that. And speaking of help, first we have Onias of the Constellations. His first skill is, for every force marker, he gains +5 when he attacks until the end of turn. Now, for all you guys think it premium, yes, if you use Wise Man Loop with this man, he gets +5 for every force marker every time he swings, and this will stack until end of turn. For us who play Genesis though with Astro Force, all this does is give the deck a viable attacker that we never had without having to sacrifice giving up a force marker to a rearguard circle. His second ability is, if you do have 3 force markers on the board, counterblast 1, draw a card. So virtually he takes over Astraeus Dragon's ability, but he does it on rearguard, which now makes our counterblast more cost effective. But let's not forget the grade 1. And speaking of grade 1s, let's not forget the Kai of the Just Path. His skill is on Vanguard, rearguard circle when placed. Soul charge 1 card from hand, and if you do, you look at the top 7 cards of deck for up to 2 Astro Poets. If you find 2, you get a force marker. Now, why is this important? Because this card literally verifies why the new Uranus can be played. You could use him to search for 2, call the 2, and there you go. You make a column of grade 3s that you're just going to sit and rest, and that's 3 attacks with 3 really big buffy attacks. But also, it builds you a force marker early, so if you hit that 2, there you go. You're 1 away from 3. Now, guys, let me talk about Gear Chronicle for a bit. First up, the deck is amazing. First, I'll go over the units, and then I'll give my full explanation at the end. So first up, we have Chrono Tooth Tigger here. His Vanguard effect is at the beginning of ride phase, draw a card. If discarded during my turn, counterblast 1, draw 1, and call this to rest from the drop zone. This is amazing. It's probably going to be staple, but let me finish with the other 3 first before we go into how I feel about the deck. But first, let's talk about his big brother, Chrono Bite Tiger. His ability is on Vanguard Circle at the beginning of your ride phase. You're going to draw 1, discard 1. On Rearguard Circle, his effect is discard a card. This unit gains a crit, and that's a once per turn ability, folks. And yes, he gains a crit. That is really fun as a Rearguard effect because he works in tandem with Rebellion to a point of no return. Not only that, but a crit on a Rearguard grade 2 at any point in the game hurts, and he just screams rush. But let's see about Big Daddy first. Next is Chrono Fang Tiger. He has the Pseudo Stride ability, discard up to 3, Pseudo Stride grade 4 from deck. Second ability is when he's rode over by Chrono Fang Rebellion, which tells you that's the only grade 4 you're probably going to run in the deck. Discard 1, Chrono Fang Rebellion gains a crit and an extra dry check. Now, this is all good because it allows you to actually do what you have to do to get those necessary numbers as Rebellion to use all his abilities when possible. Now, would I say risk it? Not entirely, but if you play the deck right, all of this flows naturally. Now, Rebellion is the fun part. On attack, you activate effects based on the number of cards in hand. At 5 or less, retire the front two rear guards on your opponent's front row. 3 or less, 10k to your front row. 1 or less, you flip all your damage face down, and for the rest of the turn, your opponent loses 5k to every guardian. Now, this is where the deck is where it's shining, because by doing that, your opponent's guards pretty much all go back down to V era. Now, not V era, G era. But the thing is, this deck actually flows naturally. With the effect of Tigger, you keep your hand to a steady point until you go into Tiger. And then for Tiger, he keeps your hand at a steady point till you go into Jet. And once you've hit Jet, that's where your hand starts dropping. Now, running only 4 grade 4s actually helps the deck because you only want to ride Rebellion. And since you only want to ride Rebellion, that makes it so you don't play unnecessary 4s. Your consistency draw into Fang is higher. And the draw potential of the 2 Tiger Boys just helps so much more. I've never had a game where I've never rode Fang. Every time I've rode the chain up, it's been amazing. So in my case, I will give this deck a 8 out of 10, only because I haven't tested it against Riviera yet. But based on what we see, it's amazing. But thanks, guys, for watching. So there you go, guys. That's been my opinion on Gears, my look on Genesis, and I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you want to see, and I'm actually in the process of getting some better equipment so I can make these videos better for you guys, and a little more streamlined and a little less jump cutty. So, see you in the next video, guys, later, and thanks for all the support. Peace!